Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. That was a really old one. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I've never shown it before. It was kind of cool to take a news crew in to a location and kind of give them just a basic idea of what goes on, during these investigations. Um, that's what it's all about. Folks are interested. They want to know um, what really goes on. And, as you heard the reporters talking, it was, oh, let me see. Is my mic working? Check 1, 2. My mic working, guys? Give me a yes or no. Okay, cool. So, as you heard the reporters talking, you could hear them say at the end, it wasn't what they expected, because everyone thinks that it's going to be something like one of these horror movies you see on TV, which is the farthest thing from the case. So, yeah. So, this is just a little preview of what's going to be coming. I've got some live investigations coming up for you guys. Also, whenever I'm going to locations in the future, I definitely will be filming them. Mostly filming, and I'll try to go live, more often. It's been a while now since we've done some live. Last Halloween, when I was at the Weep, was live. That was the last live I did. Just because, it's really hard to get quality footage when you're live, depending on your internet and so many other factors. But we're doing a lot. I'm doing a lot with Weatherly and Sean and Society of the Supernatural. So we're trying to put out some of our stuff on DVDs, as you know. So I'll show you a few in case you didn't know what we came out with. Our first DVD right here, The Point Pleasant Files Volume 1. I'll give you a little brief thing. We went out to the bunkers and got some phenomenal stuff. If you haven't seen it, this has never been aired on any of our channels. If you're into UFOs and the whole Mothman story and all the different phenomena that goes on in Point Pleasant, I highly recommend this. We came across an animal mutilation, something like I've never seen before. And let me tell you, if you want to see something amazing, you watch this video. You can get these videos on Amazon, or on eBay. Just type in the titles and they'll come up and you can purchase one. This one's the Point Pleasant Files Volume 1. Our second DVD we did at a location called Sweet Springs, West Virginia. Took me 15 years to get into this place, folks. It's a huge old asylum. It's right on the border of Virginia. When I was trying to get into this place, the owner at that time was refurbishing it, and he actually died of a heart attack on the property, and the bank took it. So it was in limbo for many years. And lo and behold, Miss Betty that you just saw at her place is friends with the guy who recently purchased this location right here a few years ago. And long story short, I got in, finally took David, Weatherly, Sean Austin, and we spent 3 days in this place. And the stuff we got here was phenomenal. This place goes back to the 1700s, folks. It's got ties to Thomas Jefferson, of course, Robert E. Lee, the Civil War, and there was a big time Indian massacre right there on the property way back when. The springs there, it's another hot springs place. West Virginia is known for many hot springs. You got white salt sulfur springs, red salt sulfur, green sulfur springs, and so many other old salt sulfur springs. So there's so many of them. And back in the day, folks thought that these mineral springs cured everything. And of course, we all know that's just simply not true. It may have helped somewhat, but many of these people that had cholera and TB, they ended up dying. So the springs didn't really help them. I had, you guys saw some of the live stuff that we did there. It was real grainy. The internet was really bad out there. and it's part of the actual dead zone in West Virginia because of the Green Bank Observatory. In that dead zone, there's no cell phone communication. You can't even turn a radio on because they'll triangulate your location and they'll come out there and shut you down. Because the Green Bank Observatory, if you don't know, is constantly searching for signals, intelligent signals from space, looking for alien life, the possibilities of alien life. So that whole area, it's a huge swath of land in West Virginia that is totally a dead zone. And any little type of electronical interference can interfere with that, the radio astronomy telescopes there. And they're massive, man. They're like, the main dish there is so big. It's like the size of a football field, or if not bigger. It's awesome. So, you know, you can get that one on eBay as well. Type in The Haunting of Sweet Springs. We got some phenomenal stuff there. And the footage in that DVD has never been aired. So I highly recommend it. And then recently, we just came out with this DVD, The House of Haunted Fields, a location we did down in Mississippi. Now, this was a nutso place. Me, Weatherly, and Sean Austin were down there as well. And we got some phenomenal responses. This old house is built out of several other houses, and it's in the deep South. Again, Civil War era stuff. A lot of activity had been reported to us, so we went and investigated. Weatherly and our cameraman were affected so significantly in that house. Like, they were choking and coughing. Weatherly almost passed out. I had to carry him out of the house. Never seen anything affect him that bad before. Seen him get scratched and some other stuff, but he was about to pass out, and they went outside and all kinds of stuff. So if you want to see that, I highly recommend that DVD. Now, if you don't know, I was recently in the Flatwoods Monster DVD by Small Town Monsters. This DVD, if you would like a signed copy from me, you can order it off of my PayPal. My PayPal is topshooter1569@gmail.com. Put in the description what you want, and I will send you a signed DVD. And it was a real honor for me to be in this DVD put out by Seth Breedlove of Small Town Monsters. It's an area I grew up in. I was born in this county right down the road from the actual incident that happened in 1952, which was a huge UFO wave in the whole United States, primarily on the East Coast. And Flatwoods, West Virginia had a big time incident that occurred there. So I highly recommend this. It's $15 plus $2.95 shipping and handling. So, you know, got to pay the shipping and handling, folks. It is what it is. So if you're interested in any of those, that's how you get them. Some of you in the chat have already got some of them. So anyway, a lot of stuff coming up. I'm going to kick off some more live investigations starting early next month down in Virginia. I'm not going to reveal the location. It's a location I have never investigated yet. And it's going to be pretty cool. I'm actually going to stay. If no one comes with me, which I'm not sure if anyone's coming with me, there'll be some people there with me for a while. I'm going to interview them and stuff, but I'm going to stay the night in this place myself if no one comes with me. So it'll be live probably the whole, you know, when I'm not filming things, it's going to be live at night when I'm sleeping and everything. So you can jump in there with me and watch the live feed, see if anything happens. All kinds of reports from this place. I do know a guy raped and murdered his 12-year-old stepsister, drug her out the back window and threw her in the woods, and they found her. He is currently serving life in prison. Also, that's a heavily Civil War area, heavily used area during the Civil War. So there's a lot of energy there, a lot of stuff, different reports come out of this place. So pretty crazy stuff. More stuff coming tomorrow night. If you're in my area, I will be at the Raleigh County Playhouse because they're showing a double feature from Small Town Monsters, the Flatwoods Monster and the Mothman movie put out by Small Town Monsters. And I'll have a table there signing DVDs, selling DVDs, and other items that I sell when I'm at events and conferences and whatnot. So if you're in the area, come on out. It's only $5 for a double feature. You can't beat that. And, you know, come and talk to me. I'd love to interact with you guys and everything like that. No, my phone number's not included, Pamela and Rainey. um, anyway, so that's some things coming up now. June 16th and 15th and 16th, we're having the first annual Mountain State Society of the Supernatural Convention held in Wheeling, West Virginia. And we're putting this on. We've got the Godfather John Zaffis speaking at our event. Rosemary Ellen Guiley, famous author in the paranormal, has written well over 50 books now. It'll be me, Sean Austin, David Weatherly, Ross Allison, Kristen Lee, Stan Gordon, Eric Altman, John and Debbie from Daywalkers Paranormal will be there. Kristen Lee's partner at the Blair House will be there. Let me see. Hold on. Also, we're having many location owners and people that run those locations are coming. The folks from Octagon Hall, the folks from Kosciuszko County Jail, and you've seen us investigate all these places. The Jeff Phillips and Indie Afterlife Paranormal that run the Geyer Opera House will be there, and many other metaphysical folks that will be there. It's going to be a great little conference. Tickets are only $10 to get in the door, folks. It's going to be a great time. You get to see some of the greats, John Zaffis, Rosemary, all speaking at our conference. And then our buddy and counterpart, Sean Austin, after the conference is over at about 6 or 7, we're going to take a short break, and then Sean's going to play basically a live concert with his music and his CD, his new music that he's got coming out. It's going to be a great time. We're going to, kick the old heels up, you say, and have a good time afterwards. And just have a good time. Friday night before the event, there are some VIP tickets left for the Blair House investigation, where there's going to be a meet and greet, food, and investigation with all of us at the Blair House. So if you want to spend the bigger money, come and hang out with us. You get to eat, meet and greet, investigate the great, notorious Blair House with all of us, which is really cool. So, a lot of stuff going on. And more investigations, of course. This is the longest I've gone, folks, in 7 or 8 years now, where I haven't investigated since January 1st till now in this part of the year. So, and that's only because, I had to do some more healing on my leg, where I had the 2 surgeries for the cancer and stuff, and that's doing really good. I'm proud to report no signs of any spreading or anything like that. And been doing all these other projects. Got a book coming out soon. Of course, when that comes out, I'll be slapping it all over the place. And what else? Let's see. And of course, working on all these DVDs and stuff. And we got another DVD coming out in the next few weeks too, of the Geyer Opera House. So yeah, some really cool stuff that's never been aired before. The stuff that we're putting on the DVDs is not been aired, most of it anyway. You might get some little clips here and there, but 90% or more has not been aired on our live streams. And, it's just a way for us to give back to these locations. They can make some money off the DVD sales, and helps us further do what we do. And excuse the roomy mess. This is kind of my office. You can see the drones and all kinds of stuff behind me, camera equipment. Just way over there. See, that's all paranormal equipment, folks, right there. All that right there. Paranormal equipment down here. So, getting geared up, all kinds of stuff. So any questions I can answer, anything you can think of right now. So I'll give some shout outs. Pamela, Rainey, Trent, my mod, Kathy, my mod, Zippy Davis, Andrew Cox. Thank you guys for the super chats. That money will go to future investigations. Anybody that wants to donate, welcome it. I've never asked for any of that before, but this stuff gets really expensive, and I put that to keep doing what I'm doing. Deborah Watford. Let's see, I said Zippy already. Karen Clark, Anita Ackerman. That's all. Bella Keys. No one in my family investigates with me. And I've done stuff in Florida many times, Bella. I investigated St. Augustine a lot, and I used to live in Florida. I used to live in Jacks Beach, Florida, and I used to go down to St. Augustine like every weekend. I've investigated the lighthouse there, the Castillo de San Marcos, the fort, the old jail in St. Augustine, Kerr City, Florida. It's a real live ghost town, and one man still lives in it, but it's shut down to the public now. He doesn't want that attention anymore. But you can see the videos on my channel. Actually, Kerr City is my #1 video right now on this new channel, Real Supernatural. It's pretty cool stuff, And I'm self-taught at video stuff, so you gotta bear with me. Some of my older videos, I mean, they're just rough because I'm all self-taught, and I'm just trying to share with you guys what I do. I'm not a professional videographer, never claimed to be, but I put out the best stuff I can. With me, what you see is what you get, and that's it. Let's see. Any more questions? I'll probably be going back to the week. I'm not sure yet. Soon though, soon. I got a lot of stuff going on with that place. There's a book coming out. There'll be a book sometime. I'm not sure when. Got a lot of work to do on it because I want to put the right history out on it, all the factual information, all the historical information, and there's a lot more investigating to do about that place. Yeah, the Weep's a really dark location. If you want to check out a recent investigation there, and go to the Daywalkers Paranormal on YouTube, and my friends Debbie Holiday and John Holiday, they run Daywalkers Paranormal. They went there and they got some pretty amazing stuff. Their cameras were shut off. They saw shadow movement. They got crazy EVPs. Like I said, their equipment kept shutting off. And John said, John's kind of like us, and people have been doing this a long time. He said something walked up right behind him and talked in his ear, and it really just kind of unnerved him. It takes a lot for him to get unnerved, and he said, a lot of these places are hype. He said, but the Weep is the real deal, man. I'm convinced of it. We had a lot of crazy stuff that happened that night. So go check out their video. It's actually on the official Willows Weep YouTube channel too. And if you go to that channel, that's my channel, and I've put up a ton of videos from other groups that have been there and investigated it. Now, some of the history is not right because all the proper history has not ever been put out there. That's what I'm working on, and that's what I'm doing. So, just pay attention for now to the actual paranormal stuff that's going on there that people have captured. It's pretty amazing. So, who's been? Pamela says they've been to Revenant Acres. Who are you talking about, Pamela? Us or the other people? We've actually done Revenant Acres a couple times, and that place is off the chain too. Yeah. Weatherly got bit by something in the leg there, and it left a bite mark on his leg. I mean, you want to talk about, that's one of the most crazy things in the paranormal. When you investigate this stuff and something can physically reach out and scratch you and bite you and other things. At the Rhodes Hotel, I had something crack my head open. There it was live and it happened. Had a big knot on my head. The ghost box answered Weatherly, said that it hit me with a shovel, and it laughed. It was like ha ha ha, like that. And a little bit later, man, I went like that, and I had a big knot and a gash in my head. And there's pictures on my website. You can see the blood and everything. Yeah, Daywalkers Paranormal. Go, or you can go to the official Willows Weep page if you want to see a bunch of the videos that other groups have put out there, and some of mine are on there as well. Go over there, subscribe, and check them out because there's a lot more coming to that channel right now. That was just been putting it together and whatnot. So. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button for me. I need your support and help to keep doing the live and stuff because like I said, you know, um, I love doing it with you guys. I love interacting, but I like to put out quality video. You know, doing live is very time consuming and a pain in the butt sometimes, depending where you're at. And you know, because I don't want, you see a lot of these other live streams, it's a stationary camera sitting there. I don't want that. I want to be able to walk around and show you guys the location, and you know, you see what we see, and all that. So you know, that takes more equipment, more money, and I put out a lot of that, and it's time to start getting some back with DVDs and other things. And in the future, probably will be seeing some of our stuff, at least my stuff, on Amazon for digital download. So it'll be cheaper. And if you want a signed copy, then you know you can get the DVDs from me too. Excuse me, hold on one second. I'm gonna get a drink. Losing my voice. No, the lady that had to weep, they had a lot of negative stuff happening to them, and she swears that it tried to kill her husband and has attacked numerous members of her family, and she was just done with it. They moved away, and that's what happened. So, what is this comment here? Let me see.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hold on one second. Somebody left the comments, probably one of the haters. Let me see here. Yeah, Camaro guy. Yeah, figures. Bye bye. So, you know, I had to delete somebody's rude comment, you know. I think as far as that question, Kathy said a question from Zippy is, you know, kids have imaginary friends. Do you think it may be a spirit they're seeing? Yeah, I do. I do think that's possible. I don't think it's the case in every situation, but you know, kids have big imaginations. Um, you know, they talk to themselves and they play. It's just they're part of their developmental stages. But there are some cases, I'm sure, that spirits are affecting certain kids, not all kids, but certain kids. Yeah, it's possible in my point of view. Kids are, you know, kids are the most innocent thing out there. They're closest to the other side, if you will, because they were, you know, just born. And over time, I think you lose that somewhat. Not everybody. Some people can, retain the ability to communicate with spirits their whole lives, you know. But a lot of people become shut off and not open to it as they grow older. That's a long time ago, Vaughn. I don't really talk about that anymore. It's not on my channel, and I'm not promoting the person's channel it's on. So, it's actually a little more than 3 weeks too. Anyway, well, just want to say thanks to everybody for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed that little footage of the news crew with me several years ago, and I never aired that, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to air it out. But there's more stuff coming. So, all right. Well, you guys enjoy your weekend, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see you soon, okay? Have a good night. Have a good weekend, too. All right. Bye bye.